everybody. Come on in. Get yourself comfortable. We've had a busy morning. And maybe in the next video, I hope I get one in before our company comes. I can show you what we got at our garage sale trips today. I can sort of describe it, but for $3, we went to a ton of garage sales, and then we walked down to the last one. We're getting close to home, and we really didn't find anything, but we have fun talking to people and visiting. So anyway, these people were so nice too. But here is this great big pillar about this high and like that round, and it's all white like our house. Hollow inside, so it wasn't really heavy, but it's kind of cement or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's been outside a while and they didn't want it. $3! And I thought, oh my goodness, we have a little car. It's a Vibe and it's little. But anyway, it carries a lot of stuff, so I thought, oh, we had just picked up this little fountain for Mom that she can watch the birds outside. But rather, it was small, so it was going to be like on the ground. And I thought it would be beautiful. Jack reorganized a few things. We're putting the fountain on the pillar. Oh, it looks so nice for $3. And then there are people that go to Arizona or something every year, and they had bought all these lights for the house, and they were the color of sort of bricks, but they had little carvings in them. They're so nice that when the light shines through, it must be beautiful at night. And our bricks are terracotta, or we could do them white. And I said to Jack, they would, just ignore the phone, maybe. Yeah, just ignore the phone. They would, so anyway, we asked how much, and they started a little high, and then
Hello? Please leave a message after the tone.
What?
So, the neighbor says that she will take some Romas, if you have Roma tomatoes.
Okay. Did you hear that? I planted all my tomatoes and stuff in the garden, and I had some left, and our neighbors are so nice, and so I offered her some tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff because they're just going to dry out in the greenhouse. And so she said she didn't think she needed Romas, but now Jack just messaged me from the garage, that's what that was, that yeah, she'd love some Romas, so we can do that. They're nice neighbors, really. Okay, and they have cute little kids. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so we're going to do the lights. We got at least 8 lights. They're about this big with carvings in them. They look beautiful on the house. Now we may not get them there for a few months, but I can show them to you in the next video. But we better get on with this video because Carolyn starts talking to people that like things she does. And normally I'm a very quiet person. In school, they always said I was too quiet, and you know. My law teacher sat me in the front corner of the classroom so that I would have to open the door and answer it. Oh boy. Anyway, we better get on with this. Now, in the comment section, I have had an education. And I want to thank the 2 people, hugs now, that pointed out my mistake. And I had no idea, because buying only no IDs and grocery store orchids, I had no idea that I thought they were all species, and there's a difference. There is a difference, and I have to correct the title of my last video because they pointed out, and one subscribes to Roehampton Orchids on Twitter, and something else which I've never done, but anyway, that's funny that is big. typing. Anyway, species, which I called my 3 new orchids, species have all uppercase letters. And hybrids have all lowercase letters. So my 3 new orchids are hybrids. But then when I started looking at my other new babies that I thought were species, I thought, oh, they're all hybrids, and guess what? They're doing so good. So I think I'm good with hybrids, and I'm going to look more into that, and I'll correct the title. And I really appreciate hearing this because I just didn't know. Somebody has to tell me. I really appreciate it. So that has, you see here, we have Fel, Shogo Vivian. She's a peloric orchid, but she's also a hybrid. And she is doing so good. I just love her. I wonder if I can stop this silly thing from reacting. Pull them all off the hook. There. Okay. And the other one is, okay, we'll pull you off the hook. Oh, I know what's happening. Okay, just a minute. Delete. There we go. I think. So, Phal Alfinia, you know, when you do YouTube, you never know what's going to happen in the background. She is also lowercase. And this was a free one that came with an order I did to Roehampton Orchids, and I got 3 instead of the 2 I ordered. So, and look at, she's in bloom. And this leaf, it came a little sad, but it's going to get new leaves and she's in bloom. This is also a hybrid. Okay, I didn't delete it properly. Hold on. Delete. Hold it down.
The machine is off.
Good. I probably get heck for that. I don't know if it's on or off. It says it's off. Permanently? I don't know. Okay, so we got those ones. And then here's my last new one in this pot that everybody loves, and so do I. And it's going to get 2 waterings a week, and it's ready. We are having extremely dry heat warnings. Stay in the house warnings. So I was out planting the garden after I got back from garage sales and just finished at lunchtime. So that's why we're in doing this now. So this would be a hybrid because it's lowercase. I guess you're allowed to have the capital letter first, but yeah. So, and it's so beautiful. Look. And I seem to do good with hybrids. So my next thing I have to learn is look up all the description I need to know. The hybrid must be hardier. That's why I'm doing good with it. Anyway, my 3 orchid giveaway. Yes, we have a winner, and our company arrives on Wednesday. We pick them up in Kelowna, and I want to mail it Monday. So the winner, and she let us know real quick, and she's been watching this channel for a long time, and I'm trying to get more people in BC interested in that they can grow orchids. It's a wonderful retirement hobby, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg, and they flower for months. And I know I won't have time to show you, but mine are still in bloom, and I think there'll be a lot of them in June even, and we started in February. So the winner is Linda. I won't give your last name online, and she lives in Summerland. And Summerland is 2 hours and 10 minutes drive from here on the Okanagan Highway. So, yay, Linda. And the thing we're doing today is all 3 are going because they're in matching baskets. Now this one was a double spike this year. So for shipping, I am gonna trim this off, and I'm gonna cut it high so that next time they flower, you get 2 spikes again, because this is where the second spike would had 2 spikes. So it's looking good, and what we're gonna do is, this is some of my first bark, I think. It's fairly large. And I don't like disturbing the roots, but one thing I know about this one is I stuck this plastic bag in here the other day because the bark keeps falling out. And that is, it's been in this bark a long time, for years, because it's my old bark. And I wouldn't send somebody something in old bark. So what I'm going to do, I'll put these 2 over here. Karen should have been called Calamity Jane. Okay, I had bought a roll of cocoa fiber when I did those, because those were, they were just pots for $1 at a garage sale that had tea lights in them. And so I will put a new bottom on it so that it's still good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the clips off, and the thing that holds the spike, and Carolyn, you didn't get your scissors out. Okay, I'll clip it out off after. So what we're going to do, because I have learned they do not like their roots disturbed, and when I repot my traffic cones, the same thing. I will just shake the bark out, and it's still damp in there, and I'll get my scissors. I'll probably trim off some of these. So I am just, whoa, talk about Calamity Jane. We got a tangle of orchids. There. Nothing broke. You never know what's going to happen. I never get upset about these kind of things because they're not really important things in life. This is my old bark. It's been in this a long time. So I do want to get some of that out. You know, how this is going to look when the bark is out, that places where it's very humid, I know they often use terracotta with holes, and they sometimes don't even put bark in them, or medium. They just spray down those pots regularly. You might be doing it a few times a day, but because the terracotta holds the humidity. So really, the bark is nice for us. I think I've almost got it now. Some of this bark is stuck to the roots, and I never worry about that. I want to show you what I'm getting so far. So in here, we have some real dry roots. Well, that one came off. And I don't worry about them because sometimes they can send out new roots. So here's underneath where it's not been getting any light. Now some of these bark pieces, but I always grow dry. So we have a fairly healthy plant here. We have lots of new roots and growth because it is a growing season. I'll make sure that when I put it in the box, I'm going to put it in the box Roehampton sent me, the 3 orchids in. So this one is ready. So what I need to do is I'm going to slip some of the matting in here. So, yeah, so a piece like this, and it's going to have to go under. There's 2 pieces of metal here that will help hold it in place. And let's go under this one too. Because you don't want it, that plastic was the worst thing I could have put. Okay, and then this piece can actually tuck up this way, because the rest is fine. And it can go under the wire and over here. There. Because we don't want the bark falling through. So let's put that over there. And you see, here's the bark. Now I watered on Wednesday, and there's nothing rotten. There's no rotten roots. There's dry, if any, and these still feel damp. So that pot, the size it is right now, is just getting watered once a week and doing fine at it. If your bark still feels damp, but the cocoa fiber on the outside is helping keeping it humid. So we're good there. So let's get some fresh bark in that one. Now here's my bark. It's been soaking for 3 days, and I put in about a 1/4 teaspoon of Kelly Magic and a 1/4 teaspoon of seaweed extract. So I'm going to put this here to catch drips. And we're going to shake the bark in. This is finer bark, so it'll actually hold moisture a little longer than the bigger bark. But it's been doing good for me. And when you're doing this, because I haven't, you just use your finger and shake. Because we want it. I don't want to send it when it needs bark, so it'll be all ready. And I've got that nice package from Roehampton. I have her address, and we'll mail it Monday morning. Now it shouldn't take too long, and I'll make sure it's freshly watered and in a good packaging. So, yay BC, come on people in BC, you have to really get into this. It's missing so much. I mean, I look at my orchids, every day they just welcome me. So, shake, 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 shake. And it's staying in. That's a good sign. Let me get my scissors, okay? They're over here. I'm always a little disoriented. I'm just a strange person. Whew, they almost got me. Okay. I'll feel better if I do this now. So, I want to say that, oh, maybe she'll actually get 2 spikes next year too. And hopefully a nice new leaf. So I'm going to do it right there. But I get to keep the flower. They're starting to fade. This is why I'm not going to try and send it with the flower on. And it'll be going through changes, so why put it through it? There we go. So, you know, I notice when I've been doing this with the seaweed extract, I finish and my fingers are all brown, and I hate gloves. And gloves are hard for me, although One of our subscribers did send me some garden gloves I'm wearing every day. They're wonderful. But this kind of thing, I like my bare hands. And if your fingers are dirty and you're doing what I am, just cut a little bit of lemon and rub it and they're all clean again. Works great. Okay. I think I could even put a little bit more. Okay. So I'll be putting a little dab of cinnamon only here. And this one will be all ready to go. So there was a little breakage right there. But there's healthy roots. And this is good. So this one's ready. Now, this one, it was in spike 2. It had a spike and it was right here. And I've cut it off already. So, same thing. I don't have to replace the cocoa fiber on this one. I must have repotted this one because I see it's smaller bark. Or maybe not in the bottom. Oh, there's lots of roots in there. Yeah. See, there's lots of roots on the outside, little new growths, little ones poking through here. And I'm going to show you inside. There's lots of roots in there. They look healthy. And that's what we want. There's nothing rotten in there because I always grow on the dry side. The cocoa fiber helps hold a little more moisture than, say, just the bark and air holes. So if you live in a dry area, you could always line your pot with a little cocoa fiber. Like if it's real dry, you're getting no, but it gets pretty dry here, summer and winter. Okay, I think the bark is out. Because I don't worry about the ones stuck to the roots because they say don't take me off. So we are ready. And we're going to put the bark in this one. Pop it in. Oh yeah, so we did have fun today. And the lights are going to be so awesome, but we just don't have time to do them before company arrives because we're trying to do a lot. Carolyn was supposed to pre-make some food. I think I'll buy a lot of stuff that can be barbecued. And the man can do most of the cooking. And we got a big grill on the barbecue. We even bought a new barbecue so we could do that. I like grilling vegetables. So, you know, I was going to pre-make lasagna. I still will probably get the spaghetti sauce done and maybe a meatloaf or something. But we'll have steaks, barbecued, and we'll eat good. Crumb, I'm always hungry lately. As you know, I lost weight. I had allergies that forced me to change my diet, and it's been a good thing. Processed food and sugar and grains are my issue. So we solved that. There we go. We got another one ready to go. Okay. And then the third one has lots of tiny little roots. Now this is the one I'm sad about, but I think it'll get a new leaf, and let's hope it does. And it's not something that's, I've had it like this a long time and I don't know what happened to it. I'm hoping new leaves and everything will be fine because it's flowered, it's held its flower a long time. And I might leave that flower on to see how it does. And then, wow, there's so many roots on this. So many. Okay, so I think in time you won't know that happened, whatever happened. So let's see if we can get some bark out of this one. So when I do my traffic cones too, I just will be shaking the bark out. I mean, this is so thick in the roots and very dry in there. I'll tell you, it's very dry. Shake, 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 shake. Oh, there's some big ones coming out. Oh yeah, those are my, I mean, when you grow on the dry side, you don't have to change your pots near as often because they're dry more often than they're wet and there's good air circulation. Now I haven't had this big bark for years because I can't get it anymore. Same company, Rexius fir orchid bark, but try and find large. And I order it and get a real good price from Buckerfield's here. And I get the huge big bag that's up to my stomach. It's still coming out for this little pot. We're getting there. So, you see the picture. So, I'm just about ready to put the bark in, and we'll be delivering this to Linda in Summerland, and I hope she enjoys it. And you won't have to worry about repotting. And even these ones, the little ones, I sometimes, especially now it's getting so hot and dry, I've still been doing the once a week, but in the summer I start doing twice a week on the small ones first, and then when they're out in the patio when it's hotter and drier, I will do twice a week on all of them. So I've got most of the bark out of there. There's just a big cave in there. Oh. Maybe you can almost see daylight through there now. So we're good. So let's get the bark in this one. I'll give it a little soak in there as I push it in. I like to make use of that water. You know, I have done so good on this watering schedule, and a lot of people have been following my water schedule and have good success with it. And there's no real scientific evidence. It's just what I've done and is working for me, so I don't change it. I follow it. And I found they love the black tea on that watering day once every 6 weeks, and they love the seaweed extract. So I'm just pushing that in while I'm soaking it in here. So I'll probably have to put the pots themselves in plastic because I'm going to have them damp and before I put them in the box. And I want to make sure each one, probably a Ziploc bag, and then I want to make sure they're good, and I think they will be. And Linda will have to let us know when she's so happy when I told her, because I needed her address. And I have had winners in other countries. I have given traffic cones away in the States, and winners all over. I'm not against anybody else. But this time I thought I would try and keep it local for encouragement for people to want to have orchids in this area. And I've even sent giveaways to Europe, so it's not anything to do like that. So what is going to happen now is I'm going to clean up, get the video up. I think these small ones the new ones, I might as well make use of this water, and I'll probably just dip them in there because that's the kind of thing I do if it's available. But mostly it's just fresh water on the second watering, but it won't hurt. And when I water Wednesday, the next watering is usually Sunday, but Tuesday I'll be watering early because Wednesday we go away to pick up the company. So until next time, have some fun. Hey, get another orchid and give one away. And I love you all, and I love your comments. And give me a thumbs up, and it'll help put my videos out there so that more local people might find me. That's what I'm trying to do. Get people interested. And I know they can put ads on now and we don't get paid for it, but I still don't want to take money for ads or encourage ads. So I just do what I do, and I want to share it with you. Bye for now.